and I will say images here. Okay, now when you're inserting an image into an HTML page, okay, so image is here, fine. When you are going to insert an image, we are going to use an empty tag. Okay, we are going to use an empty tag for an image, which is img. Uh, img, and in the image I have an attribute called source or src, and this is where I give the uh, place where the image is. Okay, so this is the tag and the attribute. Tag is img, uh, and the attribute will be src. Okay, img src, and now I'm going to tell the location of the image. Now let's say if I have the image, let's say in my pictures, mm, I'm going to have an image in this path. Okay, I'm just going to uh, write the path here. I just copy pasted the path in the users, my folder, pictures, yes. In that I have a picture called bicycle chart. Okay, bicycle chart with an extension of JPG. Okay, with an extension JPG. All right. So I'm going to save this code, and I'm going to go to my uh, folder and run this image.html. This is the uh, image that we are using. Okay. So for different sizes, the bicycle chart is there, sizing chart. So if you see the for code here, says img src bicycle chart, and this is one way of getting an image into your uh, HTML page. Okay, img src, and you can get the image. There is another method where you can use only the name of the image. You don't need the path. You don't need the path, but with only the name, you can get the image into your HTML page. I will save this, and when I run this, of course, now it will not work. See, it knows there's an image, but no, it's not showing. Okay, image font is there, the icon is here, but it's not showing the image since I have not uh, given the path. Okay, since I have not given the path, somebody went. Who is that? Saldin. Maybe. Okay, connection issues. इनने खतरा एक किया. All right. Now, the thing that I should do is I will copy that image. I will copy that image and paste it in my project folder. Project folder means the folder in which I have saved the HTML document. If I have saved this image in the same folder as the HTML document, that means I can just use the uh, image name and the extension and get the output. Now if you go and refresh this, the image will appear. Okay, so this is to get an image into your HTML page. img src and then you can tell from which source you want to get the image, and then use it in your uh, HTML page. Now there are other attributes other than src. There are other attributes. Now let's say uh, I have something called all. Okay, let's say by or by size, size chart. Okay, bicycle size chart. Now this alternate, we call this alternate. Okay, this attribute is going to make sure. Now if the image does not display, now let's say I made a spelling mistake here, and if I made a spelling mistake, the name of the image and this will not match, and the image will not show. If the image is not showing, this alternate text will be displayed. Now see, save this. It says bicycle size chart. That means the image is not supporting or it's not showing, but yet the alternate text will tell you what this image actually is. Alright, so that is one uh, way of displaying the image. Alright, so if this is correct, alternate text will not appear. Now the size of the image. We can change the size of the image. Let's say with the height and the width. Height, I can say uh, 200 or 300 pixels, and width equals 200 pixels. Okay, height and width. I can say change the size of the. All these are attributes of the image tag. I can see in pixel size it will show. Okay, I can also define the size as 50% and 25% percentage. This percentage will be showing the percentage of the screen size. Now see, 25 percentage of the width, full width of the screen, 25% it's showing, and 50% of the height. You see, this is the height from top to bottom, the page height which is visible, and it is showing only 50% of that height. So using percentage also I can define the size, or else I can use pixels and define the size. Clear? And there's one more thing we can do. We can use a thing called border. Border is also an attribute which I can say the size 4. Okay, I say border size is 4, and we will see whether there will be a border around this picture. Yes, there will be a border around this picture. All right. So these are the image tag and the attributes src, alternate text, height, width, border. These are different attributes that we can use in the image tag. Is that clear, everyone? Clear? Is everyone there?
Yeah, sir, clear.
Okay, can you copy that down? The code? I mean, type it out. Type it and then get the output and see if you are getting the correct output.
So that day we did until font, right?
Yeah. Today we are doing images. We started with images. Make sure you copy the image to your project folder. Then only this will appear if you write only the name.
So why is the border thing red, sir?
I don't know why, but some attributes are going to be in red. Now let's
The
say in
border is
body,
working.
it's working.
So no need inverted commas for 4.
Or usually when you are writing these integer numbers, you don't write the inverted commas when you're writing numbers. See, okay, the border is a black color thing outside. If I increase the border to 10,
So you have put a random image from this one.
yeah. You can increase the border size. Finished everyone? Still only 4, right?
So what's only 4 participants?
Yeah, no?
We need at least 50%. Ne?
Even 50%. 3 means at 50% of the usual attendance.
So so what's happening to Khalid? Khalid Saad, they on.
Khalid is the one who sent you the message also, right?
Yeah, sir. Did you put a message in the group that started, Kila?
No, yes, yes. I just put a message like say class start, watch the class started, join now. But Khalid Sharaf, I think he saw the message, but he did not come. We'll ask the reason later in the same group. We'll ask them to give the reasons why they did not come. Okay. Shall we move on to the next one?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
I'm done.
All right. So, new file. Right. Save this.
So if the image file is not in the same folder as this one, we must put the path, no?
We have to put the path, yes. Okay, now next one, the image after image. We can say background. Background.html. Okay, in that I will copy the same thing and yeah, I say background color. Alright. So if you see this, in this of course background color, uh, I can go to the body tag. Now the body is actually the background, the right part is the body. So in the body tag I have an attribute called bg color, color. Okay, bg color, and I just see what it is. Whatever this method is, I think you okay. One second.
Nabil. Adil.
All right. I think I found out why the red color is coming. This is because we can use this in CSS as well. That is why these attributes we can use in CSS.
Ah, sir.
Okay,
So it's like you can use in both this one.
both of it. Yes,
But
that
for
is why
errors
this.
also, it'll show in red, sir.
Whereas I
Like if
think,
you miss
yeah,
a end element.
yeah, if you have this, I think, yeah, it will show as a normal this one. Anyways, so BG color I can write within inverted commas my favorite colors or whatever. Let's say dark blue. We'll see how that will show background and back. Oh, how did red come? I said dark blue, right? Or let's say blue and see. Let's say blue. Okay, blue is there. Dark blue is straight. Okay. Uh, any other colors we want to try? Tell me a good color, uncommon color name.
Pink.
Okay, we will try that. That should work, I guess. Pink. Okay. Any other colors?
Or we can try the hexadecimal.
Yes.
Silver color.
Silver.
Oh, posh people, sir.
Oh, we have silver. How about gold? Rich people. Wow. We get the basic colors though. Now, if I don't know the color that I want, don't know the name of the color that I want, what would I do? What can I do? I can use the hexadecimal.
Sir, what's the question, sir?
If I don't know the name of the color that I want, what can I use there?
I think you have to put the code.
I put the HTML or the hexadecimal code there.
Yeah, hexadecimal.
Okay. How are you going to find the hexadecimal code? Either we can use Photoshop or I will try it in.
Google.
You need Google.
So
Google, how much?
hashtag must come.
We must use the hashtag. Wait, let me share this as well. Mm, yeah. This, let's say here, say more colors, custom color. I will have the hexadecimal code here. Okay, choose the color that you want. Okay, let's say this is the color. Here is my hexadecimal code. I will copy that, come and paste it here, just like that, and you will see whether we are getting the same color, right? So hexadecimal code is actually the first two digits will represent red, the second two digits will represent green, and the third two digits will represent blue, RGB colors. Okay, RGB colors. We can write it like this. How many percentage of R now? If you see, the maximum that you can get in this is F. So if I say FF0000, it means it is red. All right. So if I say if I want blue, I can put FF for the blue section. Sorry, green, RGB. So this should be green. And for blue, I will make the last two F. And that should give me blue. Okay, RGB colors. A mixture of RGB only will produce the hexadecimal code,
Yes, sir.
right? So we can do it this way, or else
So that F is not case sensitive, no?
no. HTML is total not case sensitive. Okay, so I can say RGB, and I can say the decimal represent. So FF means 11111111. So if you see the decimal value, it's 255. So 255, comma 0, comma 0. So this is also going to be red. Oops. Why is that? RGB.
Sir, check now, sir. I think you had a 25 before.
Oh. See whether it's changing at least. Putting down.
The 256.
256 won't count, but I don't think you can go beyond 255. Maximum is 255. But why is this not coming? We try to put commas for this as well. We try to put the RGB inside the bracket.
Did we miss another digit?
Oh,
Sir, try adding another comma and a 0.
so RGB is three colors, right? Mm,
Yes, sir.
oh, you are here.
Yes, sir.
Where are you?
A little late, sir. Little. Very little.
And for lunch hour, sorry, dinner.
I feel like Khalid just woke up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The class organize करला group करला निधि.
So, what's the color you're looking for, sir?
We are trying to get a red.
Sir, I think 250 is the maximum, sir. Try.
250.
Yeah.
You check. So shall we check?
So why do you get the green color, sir? This dark green.
Check. You check. Color in HTML. RRGB. This 255 red, green, blue, zero. Mhm.
So why don't try hexadecimal?
Hexadecimal we tried, that is okay. You were sleeping.
Ah.
We are trying to do the other method. Here it says RG
Ah.
0, 0, is black. If I say 255 0
Yes.
should be, maybe it is case sensitive. Is it? Shall we try that? RGB. Who knows? Maybe case sensitive. Right. Did I save it?
No, sir. No, sir. I tried. Not case sensitive.
Not case sensitive. So what is the problem?
So type color picker, you will get one Google's color pick this thing. From that you can choose the color and get the RGB.
No, it is RGB method. This one, color picker. You mean this? This is give me the HTML code. RGB is like this. You just copy that and paste at least.
So what should we get, sir?
You should be getting
255 red, ne?
red.
So I got dark red, like that dark green color red only, without anything, sir. Without saying RGB.
Not RGB.
Like this, a body BG color equals inverted commas 255 comma 0 comma 0.
Like this.
Like
Same thing, I
HTML.
got black color, sir.
Hmm. Again green.
No brackets.
No brackets. Like this.
Yes.
Yeah, red color, dark red.
Yeah.
Maroon like thing, right? Mm-hmm.
No, sir. Still issues, I guess.
Should be this
Because
color.
yeah, sir. That color, no. RGB का तो नहीं होगा. Ali, tell a solution.
Mm,
So you want the normal red, the normal
red. I want
that.
So this is what they are saying.
Leave space among the numbers. I got a dark blue color.
Yeah, but we should get red. They are using this for this one, CSS. Okay, maybe it works for CSS. We'll try when we are doing CSS. So we'll stick to the normal hashtag FF0000. So that is background color. If you want
So for me, when I just type RGB 25500, I'm getting red.
Sir, I think I found a way, sir.
What?
Sir, try this.
Which Which one?
So BG color equals inverted commas
Mm-hmm.
RGB and 255. Yeah, that thing, sir. I think we missed the inverted commas, sir.
RGB.
RGB and then in brackets 255 comma 0 comma 0.
Ah. So it's inverted commas that is the problem.
I guess so, but let's see.
No, I'm getting green.
I think somewhat upset.
You try not to have the brackets. A little lighter.
So how can it change like that, sir, without brackets and stuff?
Oh no.
Sir, I checked in tutorials points, sir, but they say like what we have done only now.
Yeah. Background color.
I will leave this. I think we'll waste the whole day in this.
So we are using style. We are using that in this one.
That's CSS.
Yes, yes. Anyways, let's forget about it. So the only way that we are going to
I think something to do with CSS, I guess.
yes. Hashtag FF0000. This is red. That's it. Need to see this color now. Okay, so changing the background color will be this, and you can add a background image rather than a color. First you copy this down, then we can write that out. Mm,
Okay, sir, finished.
okay. Let's say instead of BG color, let's say background. Say background equals. Now I'm going to put the same thing I used for the picture. I same the same picture, the same name, because I have saved it already in my project folder. I'm just using the name. Otherwise, we have to give the path. Okay. The bicycle chart. Now this is going to be the background, not an image. So if I save this, you can see the full background will be copies of this image. You can cover the whole background with this image's original size. Okay. So this is having a picture as a background. If you want to have a picture as the background, we can use the word background instead of BG color, and we can use it here. Okay, can you copy that down as well?
Okay, sir. So, but the image is zoom, no, sir.
It's not zoom, that is the original size of the image.
So for me, it's zoomed, sir.
It depends on your image, I guess.
Yeah, maybe.
If your image is very small, I think it is zoom.
So show your output, sir. Yeah, I guess it's fits to the screen, no?
Yes. Everybody getting the output?
Yeah, sir.
Okay. So headings, formatting, list, paragraph, font, image, background. The next one that we are going to do is tables. All right. Now this is very important. You have to carefully watch this, how it is done. Okay. So I will take a new file and I will save it as tables in HTML. .html. Okay. Now, when you are trying to draw tables in your HTML document, you are going to write it in a way like this. You can write it row by row. Okay, row by row, you are going to define the table. So I will write all this table in the table tag. Okay, we have an opening and a closing tag. So in between this table tag only, my table is going to come. Now, let's say I have a table with 4 rows. Okay, I have a table with 4 rows and 5 columns. 4 rows, 5 columns. So a row in a table is defined with TR. Okay, a row is defined with TR and what you have inside the table, the columns. Now this is the first row. I have defined the first row, and this is going to be my second row, and so on. Okay, so this tr to this tr is my first row, this tr to this tr is my second row, and the third row, fourth row, that like that I'm going to create 4 rows, right? Now in this first row, I'm going to define how many columns are there in one row. How many columns are there? We are going to write 5 different columns. Now remember, in HTML, the column, the first row will always be, if you wish to, okay, if you wish to, it can be the heading of the table. The first row is always the heading, right? So if you are defining the heading, I will use th for that, table heading. Okay, so how many headings should I have? I'm going to have 5 headings, right? So I will just copy this, 4 and 5 headings. Okay, so the first row of the table is going to be the heading, and the second row of the table, from the second row onwards, it is going to be table data, or TD. Okay, TD. So say table data. So first row is table heading, the rest will be table data. There will be 5 headings, means of course there should be 5 table data, right? Okay, so like this, I'm going to have 5 rows. So except for the heading, 5 rows. So I have already written 1 row like this. I need another 5, another 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, 4 rows. No, we need 1 more. Okay, so I have created a table like this. The table, inside the table, I have defined rows. The first row will have headings, so th will be used. The second, from the second row to the last row, I will have 6 table data columns. Okay,
6 rows, sir.
no, 5. I have used
5,
5.
right?
5 here, and without the heading, 5 rows. Heading is normal. This one, the heading is 5 rows here. Okay, so I'm going to write the heading. In the first column of the heading will be admission number. Okay, admission number. The second heading will be name, student name. Then grade, stream, and I can say what else? Tell me one more thing.
Medium.
Yeah,
Medium, sir.
medium. Okay, so we are going to have admission number, name, grade, stream, medium. Now, according to this order only, I should fill the table. So the first column of each row is going to be the admission number. Okay. Second column will be the names. So I will write the names and go Nabil, Khalid, uh,
Excuse me, sir.
yeah,
The RGB doesn't work in BG color. It doesn't. BG color doesn't support RGB.
yes, this for background color it supports, right?
Yeah, you have to use the inline CSS or something.
It supports CSS, I guess. Uh, Thank you very much, Khalid.
Welcome, sir.
Okay. Now, Nabil, can you tell me your admission number?
2847.
2847. Khalid,
2854.
2854. Saladin, are you here? He's not here. Let's say he's an old fellow, right? 1844. Okay. Hussein? Hussein?
1621, sir.
2621. And Adil?
16.
1621. Okay. Why? Where's Hussein? Uh, Adil? Adil?
1676.
6,
Hello. 1676.
so grade all will be 13, 13, 13. The third column will be the grade. Then stream, this will be commerce. Commerce. Okay, the last column is going to be the medium, so it's all going to be English. Everybody are going to do in English medium. Okay, so now I will save this table. Now I'm going to run this code. Uh, if you see, this table will be shown in this way. So admission number, name, grade, stream, medium, everything is okay. But the problem here is we don't have any lines. We don't have any lines in my table. So that is because in the table there's an attribute called border. I can give the border as 1 for now, which will give me the lines for the table. Okay, it will give me the lines for the table. I can use this. So if I define the size of the table, let's say height and width, I can use for table as well. Height is equal to, I will give in percentage 50%, and width 50 equals 50%. So both 50% of height and width, it should show here. We can see 50% of the screen, half of the screen here, half of the screen here. It is showing the red. Right? Lifcon, were you busy designing?
Yes, sir. And
How are you?
doing good.
What? I didn't hear you.
Doing good, sir.
Mhm. Okay. So we were doing tables. Okay, can you type this bit of the table and let me know when you're done? Right? Can do?
Yes, I did. Okay.
Very good.
The only table heading is getting center line, no, sir.
Center line.
Yeah.
Yes. It is automatical center. You can even center line the others if you want to. You will do
Yes, sir. Align equals center.
line equal center. Very good. Okay, others, can you finish it up and let me know? 5 minutes I'll give you. Done?
Okay, sir.
Okay. Now, in this table, we can do some variations. Okay. There is something called cell heading and cell spacing. Now, if you look at this table, cell padding, cell padding is the gap between these lines here. Okay. And it's a gap between the text and the uh, line, cell padding. You see the cell spacing is the gap between each cell. We will increase them both and see how it will change. Okay, I'm using cell spacing and saying 10 here. And if I refresh, see the space between the cells now increased. Earlier it was very thin. Now it became thick, the space between the cells. And cell padding. If I say 5, that is the gap between the text and the this one. Now, if I increase this cell padding to around 20, you will see that the space between the text and the this one is going to change. See, space between the text and the cell borders are changing. Okay, so we can increase or decrease the cell spacing or cell padding. Actually, I say this as 1. It will be like this, and the cell spacing, say 1. By default, it is in this value. Okay, by default they are in cell spacing and cell padding 1, so I'll just keep it in that value for all to know this. Okay, so we are going to use that in the table attribute. So for the full table it should apply. Okay, fine. Now there is something called row span and column span. So we know these are columns from top to down, and left to right will be rows. Okay, so if you want to join two columns, you can join them in this way. If you want to join two rows, you can join them this way. Okay, now we will see how the column joining and the row joining will affect. All right, let's say uh, these commas, 3 commas are there, right? I'm going to join all these commas together and 2 maths together, and just say 1 commas and 1 maths here. So for all these 3, I'm going to join these cells and say commas. So where do we find commas here? first commas will be here. So here I'm going to say row span 3. I'm going to join 3 of the rows. Okay, which means I will have to delete this because I'm using this now. Even if I have this, the problem will be I will span these 3, but 2 of the comma strings that we had earlier will go out and push the other 2 cells out. I don't want that to happen. I will delete these 2 from the next 2 rows. So this is one row because we are joining 3 rows, right? This is one row. This is the second row. In the second row, I'm going to delete this line. And in third row also, I'm going to delete the comma line. So which is going to result in a situation like this. And the maths also, I'm going to join the first one. I'm going to say in the table data as an attribute row span and say 2. I'm going to join 2 of them, which means the second one I have to delete. Okay, and this will result in something like this. So this is spanning 2 or 3 rows together. Now if I want to span columns together, okay, if I want to
Col span.
span columns together, I can call span. I'm going to use call span. What can I join? Let's say admission number and Nabil. Nabil does not have an admission number yet. He's a new student. Let's assume like that because he's 200 admin. So he's a new student. So he still does not have an admission number. So I'm just going to join these 2 columns or the cells together. So what I'm going to do is Nabil's this one here. For I don't have his admission number, so no admission number. So this is going to join or call span 2 cells together. So which is going to result in situation like this. Okay. So I can use row span and column span, cell padding and cell spacing like this. Okay. So I want you all to type it out. This one, row span and call span, and delete the appropriate rows and the columns as needed, and see if you are getting the same output. And now it's 10:30. We will have a 20 minutes break, and after that we will continue with the table, and we will do a small exercise on this table as well. Okay. After finishing this, you can take a break of 20 minutes. So 10:50, 10:50 we can start again. Okay.
Okay, sir.
All right. So we have taken enough time for this. As far as that table that I have given you is concerned, it consists of 6 rows and 12 columns, I believe. Okay. It has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 rows, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 columns. Okay. 6 rows and 12 columns. So let me create 6 rows and 12 columns first. Okay. 6 rows and 12 columns. In that, the first 1, 2, 3. First 3 columns are bold, or first 3 columns will have headings. So 6 rows. And 12 columns. 12 columns are there. Okay, so first three will be table headings. So I will just copy this and say the rest will be table data. So row, 3 of this. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 6 rows are there with 12 columns in each row. Now we will do the cell padding and cell spacing later and delete them out. Okay, fine. So if I want to look at that table again, uh, let's just see the output of this table. We'll save this and see. See the output. 6 rows, 12 columns. A small table will be created like this. So according to what we are entering into this table, only the size of the table will show up. Okay, fine. So I want to look at the table again. This is the table that we are creating. In the first row, first column, uh, 2 column call span is happening. 2 call span and row span is happening here. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to come to this first one. Let's say call span 2 and row span 2. So if I am doing a call span, the next column should be deleted. Next column should be deleted. If I am doing a row span, the next in the next row, 2 rows should be deleted. 2 columns should be deleted. Okay, you will see if that is okay. Okay, so we have got that area covered there. Fine. Then that is going to have the value student. So let me just type the value student there. See if that is working. Yes, student is there. Alright. Now in the first row itself, the next column, after you call span 2, the next column is going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 columns merged together, a call span of 4. So this one is going to have a call span of 4. So the next 3 columns should be removed. Okay, and in that I'm going to have the word exam. Okay, we'll see if that is also okay. Yes, 4 columns, exam is there. No problem. Right. And the next one also 4 columns, second exam. Next one also is going to take 4 columns, correspond 4 exam is going to be there. So 1, 2, 3, 4. These columns will be out. Okay. So we are still looking at the first row. Okay. We will see if this is also okay. Second exam, we have 2 more columns there. So we have a 2 column. Yeah, 2 column. Just like the student here, we have to take 2 columns and 2 rows, which will take the next 2 rows from the what do you call, next 2 rows from the next row. So I will say that will be col span equals 2 and row span equals 2. Col span will take off this. The row span will take off 2 rows, 2 columns from the next row. So next row will have only this much here. Okay, we will see if that is okay. One by one we will see. Yeah, just like the student. And what do we have there? Final grade. So we have the value called final grade written inside this. Okay, so we have completed the first row and the col span, row span of that part. Okay, now we will see the second row. In the second row, I have Q1, Q2, Q3 in the first 3. So I will say Q1, Q2, and Q3. Okay, so those should be coming in these 3. And the next one here is a little bit different. It's going to merge a row span. It is going to have a row span 2. It's going to have a row span which is going to take 1 row or 1 column from the third row. So I will say the next one is going to have a row span of 2, which is going to take 1 from this. Okay. And what do we have there? Grade. There's something called grade here. Alright. We'll see if that is also okay. Yes, grade, and it is taking 2 of those. Then again, we have Q1, Q2, Q3, and the same thing is happening there. So let's say Q1, Q2, Q3, and here also I'm going to have a row span of 2, which is going to take 1 more row from the next, 1 more column from the next row, and this is going to have the value again grade. All right. So what do we have here? Let's check the code. Perfect. All right. Then the next one, third row. Third row, I have code name 875. Until that, no problems. Code name 875. Then 677. Okay, everything is going to be same. So code name 875. So in the next row, I will have code name 875 and 677 S/A dot C/A dot. 7 7 s slash a dot and c slash a dot. See if that is okay. All right. So all of these are perfectly in place. Everybody understood how this is happening? Step by step I'm doing. Any problems? Anyone?
No, sir.
All right. Good. Let's look at the next one. It's a 80549061. 80549061. The next one. 80549061. Okay. And John 70 100 100. John 70 100%, 100%. And then we have 17.6. 17.6. And there we have a twist again. There is a call span. There is a call span of 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 columns with nothing in it. Okay. Call span 4. So I will use a call span of 4, which means with these 4, 3 columns will be taken out from that row, and 17.6 and 18 will be coming next. 17.6 and 18 will be coming next. So we will check if this is correctly implemented. Yes, this gap is also there. Fine, no problem. In the next row, all are present. All the 12 columns are full. So 80, 54, 90, 62, Mary 10, 50, 50. Okay. 80, 54, 90, 62. Mary 10%, 50%, 50%. All 12 columns are present. 6.8, 100, 150. 6.8, 100, 100, 50. Yeah. 16.5 and 16.5, 17. Can say 16.5, 16.5 again, and 17 here. So let's check that. Okay, perfect. Then the next one, I have Claire 80549063. Claire, CLAIRE. 80549063. Clear. But I have 1, 2, 3, 4 column span of 4 there. So in here, call span equals or it will take off 3 columns from this row. Okay, and it is blank. Then 50, 50, 50, 10, 10, 10. Okay, 10.0, 10.0, 10. So I'm going to say 50%, 50%, 50%, 10.0, 10.0. So that should be my exercise, and this is your output. Got it, everyone?
Yes. Sir, can you send the code in the group if you don't mind?
Definitely.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, you can try that out later. Okay, so when the column span and row span are used effectively, you can convert any, you can take any table with row span and column span and convert it into your own version or your own table using HTML codes like this. Okay, so you just have to know how many columns and how many rows are there and how many uh, column span, row span I need to use them. Each row by row, if you go, it will be easy. So when you have a column span, you delete the columns of the same row. When you have a row span, you delete the rows in the adjacent row table rows. Okay, like that. If you do it one by one perfectly, like completely, for completing each row at a time, then your output will be good. Okay, otherwise if you are trying to do all the row span, column span and then trying to enter the data, then you will get into a problem. Okay, so then you will have problems. So it's better to do it this way.
Okay, sir.
All right, so we have done tables as well. Table is also over. Now the last one. Last one, of course, we have to do some more using forms. Okay, before that I will tell you what I'm going to do in the index page. I told you to leave the index page as blank. So we will say the title as index. We will come to the index page now, and we are going to use hyperlinks here. Okay, hyperlinks means I can give a link. We call this A anchor. Okay, so A has an opening tag and a closing tag. So between the A, I can type what I'm going to use as the link. Let's say go to mail. Okay, and I will say here in the A tag as an attribute hyperlink reference or href. Okay, hyperlink reference, and I will say what hyperlink or what where should the link go to when I click on this go to mail. So I say www.gmail.com. I say we need to go to gmail.com. When I save it and I open the index page, you will get a link here, a blue color link. When you click on the link, it will go to gmail.com. Okay, and gmail.com. I have connection to the internet. Let's say Gmail. I think I'm already connected, so it will go to my email. Yes, it's going to my email. Let's not go there. Let's go to this page. It should come to this page. So I'll take this URL and I'll paste it here. Okay. I'll go to this URL and paste it here. Let's refresh this page and see. Okay. So I go to Gmail, I refresh this. When I click on this, it is going to this page. Okay. So whatever the website that I'm mentioning, it will go to that particular website as a link from this text that I'm writing here. Okay. So I'll add an hyperlink reference here and it will go to that particular reference. Now I can also add hyperlink reference like this. Uh, um, let's say headings page. Then I will say href. Now since this headings.html is already in my project folder, I can just go by the name. Okay, just go to my project folder, copy the link like the headings.html with the extension, and I will paste it here. So I will have the headings page here. Anyway, I have to use the BR tag. Then I will go to the next line. So when I click on this, it is going to the heading page. It's linking to the headings page. Okay, I can come back. Now, in the index page, I want you to create the link for all the pages that we have created. Headings, formatting, list, paragraph, font, image, background, tables. All those links, I want you to give it one by one here and send me a screenshot. I just want to see. Can you do it?
Okay.
Okay. Finish and let me know. So each page will have a home page link which will come back to the home page. Okay, so what we have actually done here is we have created a small scale website. So we say a website consists of lot of web pages. Now each of this page is a web page. So when all of these web pages are linked together in some way, we say this is a website. Understand? So this is how websites are created. Okay?
Yes, sir. Okay, sir.
Now,
The mosaic is gone, sir.
huh?
Mosaic is gone.
Rizek is gone. Any football matches today? Yeah, Rizek is here. Rizek is here. Umair has gone. Khalid has gone. Irfan is here. Adil is here. Rizek, are you there still? Rizek is gone. Adil?
Yes, sir.
Okay, very good. Irfan, you're there?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. So you all understand how things are happening in this? Now, uh, I will give you a small page. Okay, I will give you a small page. You have to recreate that page. You have to recreate that page, and I will give you the necessary images also. Okay, only one image is necessary. You have to recreate that page and then send me the output of your page. Okay. Now this is the where is that? Let me find that picture for you.
So now or tomorrow, sir?
No, no, no.
Ah, okay.
Small thing. Let me check which one I should give you. We have 10 minutes. Hmm. This is the exercise that you are going to do. And this is the picture that is necessary for this exercise. Okay. If you see the ones in blue underlined, those are all links. You can give any link you want to say newyork.com, california.com, like that you can give. So can you try this page? Web page? Yes.
So that logos I will do.
Yeah,
No.
that logo is a picture. I have given you the picture also.
Ah, okay, sir.
Use IMG code for that.
Okay, okay, sir.
Okay, it's already 12. So I want you all to do this for homework. Maybe tomorrow 8 o'clock we don't have the class, right? So we can have, you can use that time to do this. And tomorrow before 12 o'clock, can you send me this? Before 12?
Okay, sir. Sure.
Alright. So I will be expecting your answers there. Then I shall see you all.
Sir, what to send?
Ah, now only you came. I have.
No, I was there, so I couldn't pick.
Okay. Anyway, this I have sent you to in the group one web page. You have to create that.
Yeah.
The necessary picture for that also I have sent. Okay. By 12
All right.
o'clock, you send it to me. Okay then. God bless you all. Good night.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Good